The goals that are contained in this message here. Delivering a world where every pregnancy is wanted, where every childbirth is safe, and where every young person's potential is fulfilled. Indeed, the United Nations is proud to have been working with the government of Iran on development issues for the past many, many years. Our joint development assistance framework between the government and the United Nations, which covers the years 2012 to 2016, places a very high priority on collaboration in health, including reproductive health. And this is where our UNFPA team collaborates very closely with the Ministry of Health and Medical Education to continue to reduce high-risk pregnancies and pregnancy-related complications, particularly among those women who are under the age of 18. Many countries in the world, particularly Muslim countries, are now acknowledging Iran's achievements. They are interested in learning from Iran's experience in adolescent reproductive health. And the UN would like to publicize the achievements of Iran in this area, the area of health and education, through South-South cooperation. These lessons need to be learned elsewhere, and they need to be learned fast. For news reaching us from elsewhere on the planet, indeed, elsewhere in our very region, is not so encouraging. There are more than 500 million girls in the developing world today. And as my Secretary General, Mr. Ban Ki-moon, has said in his statement, they represent humanity's present and its future. With the right skills and with the right opportunities, they can build their own capacity now. Later, they can invest in their families, in their social settings, and in their communities. If they are given the right opportunities and choices, as adolescents, girls can begin their adulthood as empowered, active citizens. However, unfortunately, across the planet, far too many of our young women are entrenched in poverty. They are neglected, and they are often voiceless. Across the planet, millions of adolescent girls face deep discrimination and exclusion, things that prevent them from claiming their rights and living out their true potential. They are taken out of school far too early. They are subjected to harmful practices. They are often married off as children. In these circumstances, they face pregnancy and childbearing before they are physically, emotionally, and socially mature enough to be mothers. I think most of us are familiar with the story of Malala Yousafzai, the 15-year-old girl who was shot in the head in the northwest frontier province of Pakistan some many months ago. A place where I once worked as a young United Nations drug control officer, fighting the same sort of threat which the Honourable Minister referred to in his own speech. And perhaps, if you will permit, I would like to digress from my speech for a few moments to recognize the sacrifice which is made every day by officers and individuals of the Islamic Republic of Iran in preventing drugs from entering your country and moving through your country further to the west. As I said, I was once, many years ago, a drug control officer for the United Nations, and I spent time in Sistan, Balochistan, and I have many friends who were working with me then, some of whom lost their lives in that particular struggle, that courageous struggle. But I return to, let me continue. I think think that effort that the Islamic Republic of Iran makes to control drugs coming into its country needs to be recognized more widely internationally. I hope to see the day when that happens. But I return to the point about Malala. Why was she shot? What was the reason for this? She was shot by men who considered her to be too outspoken about her right to have an education. Yet all she was asking for was the opportunity to choose the future she wanted. Fortunately, the shot was not fatal, and after much surgery, Malala has recovered from her ordeal. She now speaks with even greater conviction, and I join the countless millions who stand shoulder to shoulder with her, including my Secretary General. And I look forward to hearing her courageous young voice when she speaks at the United Nations headquarters in a few days from now, on the occasion of her 16th birthday. Her request continues, in all its simplicity, to be for the right to choose the future she wants.